Namaste. I hope all of you have studied the format of liquidator's final statement of accounts. Now let us move to the problem. See, they have given here the position of Bright Limited on voluntary liquidation was as follows. Assets realized. So assets realized they have given, excluding the securities given to secured creditors. That means what? So these are the free assets. Clear? So free assets is given. Then share capital. So share capital when it should be paid at the end. Okay, if there is sufficient cash. Then secured creditors 35,000, securities realized 40,000. See this they have given together. That means secured creditors 35,000 amount we are supposed to pay them, right? But whatever we place the securities when we sold it, like when it is sold, we got 40,000. So what we are supposed to do? There is 5,000 surplus. Correct. Okay. Preferential creditors, unsecured creditors, debentures, liquidation expenses, liquidators, remuneration. You are required to prepare liquidators final statement of account. So Bright Limited, liquidators final statement of account. Here the thing is like only surplus is there. The same thing here given. Surplus from securities held by secured creditors. Amount realized from securities held by the secured creditors minus secured creditors. That is 40,000 minus 35,000, 5,000. I told you the same thing. And always remember, only the surplus amount realized has to be recorded in the on the receipt side of the liquidator's final statement. Okay. Now see here. So you usually receipt side we are writing assets realized 3,50,000, surplus 40,000 minus 35,000, 5,000. Then on the payment side, first legal expenses it is not given. So liquidation expenses we are writing, liquidators remuneration we are writing. Okay. After that, next comes debentures. So always it is like that. So before paying to the unsecured creditors, we have to make the payment to the debentures, debenture holders. So debentures, then preferential creditors, then unsecured creditors. So unsecured creditors will be the balancing figure. Okay. So you have to see one by one how much cash is available, only that much you can pay. Right? So 86,500 is the balancing figure. So balancing figure is given to the unsecured creditors. We can calculate how much like each rupee will get back. See, second point you see, balance of cash available is insufficient to pay the unsecured creditors fully. What is unsecured creditors value in the problem? 1,40,000. So, but they are getting only 86,500. So, 86,500 for 1,40,000. Then you have to find out how much each will get for 1 rupee. So 1 into 86,500 divided by 1,40,000. So 61 paise per rupee. So if unsecured creditor has given 1 rupee, he'll get only 61 paise. Right? So this is the solution. I hope it is clear. The next one. From the following particulars, prepare the liquidator's final statement of accounts allowing for his commission at 2% on the amount realized. See ya. So commission is given 2% on the amount realized and 2% on the amount distributed to the unsecured creditors other than preferential creditors. Okay. So preferential creditors, debentures, liquidation expenses, unsecured creditors, SS realized. This much is given. So first commission should be calculated, right? So amount realized plus 2% on only unsecured creditors. So usually what happens? Unsecured creditors means we'll take unsecured creditors, preferential creditors, everyone will take. But here other than they have given preferential creditors. So only unsecured creditors should be taken into account. Clear? So we'll see one by one. The debenture holders. So, unless otherwise stated, the debenture holders should be treated as creditors secured by floating charge, and as such, they should be paid before the preferential creditors. I told you the same thing. First, we have to pay the debenture holders. Clear? This keep in mind. Then liquidators commission. Unless otherwise specified, liquidators commission should be calculated on the total amount paid to unsecured creditors, including preferential creditors. So usually what happens if they have given 2% commission on unsecured creditors, then we have to take unsecured creditors plus preferential creditors. Total amount you have to take into consideration for giving the commission. However, but in this illustration, it is specifically given that liquidators remuneration is at 2% on the amount distributed to unsecured creditors other than preferential creditors. So, liquidators remuneration should be calculated on the total amount paid to the unsecured creditors excluding the preferential creditors. As they have given other than uh, preferential creditors, we have to exclude. If this sentence is not given, then we have to take. Clear? So, amount available to unsecured creditors. Okay. Amount realized from asset, how much? 39,650. Less. Look at all the credit side entries, that is payment. Liquidators remuneration, that is there. How much they said on the asset realized? 2%, right? So that is there. Liquidation expenses, amount paid to debenture holders, amount paid to preferential creditors. So total 21,793. So when we are deducting balance of cash available, I told you first before calculating the commission for unsecured creditors, in a sense, for making the payment, we have to see whether there is surplus amount or whether there is deficiency or deficit. Here, balance of cash available is 17,855. But what is the total amount of unsecured creditors? 31,000. Correct? So, what happens? It is less than the amount required. That means what? There is deficiency. In the previous class you studied, when there is deficiency, what is the formula? Amount of cash available into percentage divided by 100 plus percentage. So what is the amount available? 17,825 into 2% divided by 102, because this commission is included in this amount. So we are doing 102, right? When you are calculating, it is 350. Now calculate total commission liquidators. So 2% on total assets realized. How much? 935. So 935 we are writing. 2% on amount paid to the unsecured creditors, 350. So total is 1,143. Is it clear? So this one we have to take as commission, total commission. Then amount paid to unsecured creditors. How much we are supposed to pay? So here balance of cash available 17,857. But I told you the commission is included in that 350, right? So cash available to pay off unsecured creditors is how much? 17,857 minus 350, 17,507. Clear? Because whatever unsecured creditors amount is there, from that only we have to deduct the commission, because we have less amount. Now let us prepare the final statement of account. Assets realized 39,650. There is no surplus. So liquidators remuneration that we have given, like calculated. Liquidation expenses, then debenture holders, preferential creditors, then unsecured creditors. This is the balancing figure. Okay. I hope you understood this problem. Study thoroughly, then the next problems with the different type of adjustments will be easier for you. Okay. Thank you.